nothing better than looking back on a year of sport and going, wow. Thank you very much. Welcome to the BT Sport Action Women Awards. That just makes me really reflect on what's happened over the last decade, how quickly something can grow. I am honoured to be joined by so many great sports people that once in a while it's important to be able to say, yay, we did that.
They're phenomenal year it's been for women in sport.
There's never been a year of women's sport like the one we've just witnessed. Just amazing to think how far women's sport has come.
Believe it. It's an absolute honour.
So onwards and upwards for women's sport.
This is the BT Sport Action Women Awards 2022. 10 years of proudly celebrating outstanding women in sport. Please welcome your host, Clare Balding.
Good evening and welcome to the BT Sport Action Women Awards. It was back in 2013 this epic celebration of women in sport began. And what a decade it's been. 10 years of legends, 10 years of trailblazers, of game changers. And 2022 really has been a tipping point. At the Commonwealth Games, more medal events were held for women than ever before, and the home nation's women did us proud, winning 115 medals. Women's team sport, I would argue, has never been stronger. Just last Saturday, the Red Roses came tantalisingly close to victory in the Rugby Union World Cup final. England's hockey women won gold at the Commonwealth Games, and you may have heard somewhere on the grapevine that football finally came home. Yes, our Lionesses beat Germany to lift England's first major trophy since 1966. And here's what is also significant about that. That final saw the single greatest attendance for a Euros match for either men or women, and a worldwide audience of 365 million people watching on TV, making it abundantly clear that the appetite for women's sport has never been greater. It continues to grow, and this is why. Oh, so many congratulations to all of those fantastic athletes. And tonight really is a chance to celebrate as we crown the Team of the Year, an incredibly deserving winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award, and the big one, as voted for by you, the public, Action Woman of the Year. On that list, we have a wheelchair racing legend, a double gold medal winning diver, an Olympic and world champion curler, a golden boot winner, a mixed martial arts champion, and a Commonwealth track heroine. Here are our nominees for 2022. So much talent. What a group to choose from. Now, if there was one woman who is the living, breathing definition of action, it's our first nominee, the one and only Molly McCann. She is here with us tonight. Please welcome Molly Meatball McCann. So much. Thank you for being here. I'm delighted to meet you properly and to reflect on what a year this has been for you. How much has your life changed?
Absolutely switched on its axis. I'm more nervous for this than I am an actual fight, if you can believe that or not.
Is this all a bit new for you then, the whole sort of awards ceremony tour?
Yeah, absolutely. We just normally get a 50-grand bonus if we win really well. Do you know what I mean?
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I know you're in the wrong game.
But obviously you also get quite a lot of, injuries. I know the makeup team have done a very good job.
Yeah, I'm sporting a really good black eye at the minute. But yeah, no, listen, my life's absolutely switched on its head. We've gone from nationwide notoriety to worldwide notoriety. I've gone from fighting in Liverpool to London to Boston to Las Vegas to New York, MSG. Getting paid up there with the best of the men, and yeah, I'm just buzzing really.
And you know, you haven't made an easy choice here though when it comes to sport. How brutal an environment is it, and what sort of strengths, mental and physical, do you need to have?
I mean, there's not too many women who are at the elite level in England, so I train with lads every day. The impact is hard, so the wrestling, the conditioning, the striking, it all plays a toll in how hard it is. But I'm from that working class background of Liverpool, and we're all built a little bit different there. So resilience is something that is ingrained in us, and I believe you're just a product of where you're from, and I'm lucky to be from such an amazing city. And yeah, adversity is something that we know a lot of.
And you have been dealing with that. Obviously, you said you've just flown back from New York. You had a pretty tough encounter in Madison Square Garden. Amazing crowd, though. And my word, they were behind you. Yeah,
if no one watched, I lost on Saturday in MSG, an absolute dream. However, I was fighting a girl from New York. She got booed and I got an absolute song and dance. Everyone was buzzing to watch me. So, yeah, just living the dream.
When you see women in all sorts of combat sports, and I'd include in this obviously boxing and the selling out of the O2 for a female-only card, and Natasha Jonas going pay-per-view just the other week. What do you think? What do you think about it, and what is it doing for the perception of women in those sports?
I feel like they were pioneers before us who kind of knocked on the door. I feel like the likes of myself, Savannah Marshall, Katie Taylor, Chantel Cameron, Terry Harper, Bianca Walkden in the Taekwondo and Jay Jones and stuff in the combat sport, we're now kicking the door in and we're paving the way for the next generation to come through. And
the really good thing about that is you're very good at kicking. All of you can kick and punch, and you're going to make sure it stays open.
Absolutely.
So that those that follow you are going to get an even better experience.
Yeah, I feel like the legacy for us is to make sure that the girls can come through now and they haven't got to face the obstacles that we've all had to face. And please believe me, it's been a long, long road. I started in boxing, I started playing football, fell into MMA by accident on a drunken night out, and 9 years on, here I am at the forefront of the sport. But we're all really making sure that we're creating a legacy for the next ones to come through, and not, like I say, it'd be just a little bit more easier for them in a sport that's so brutally harsh.
Honestly, I could talk to you all night. It's absolutely fascinating, and we're going to make sure we come and watch you as well.
You best
somewhere.
start, Claire. You
yeah,
best
can
start,
I?
yeah.
Next year?
Yeah.
Big arena,
maybe London in March.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Nice.
Thank you so much to Molly McCann.
What way to look out?
It is time to take a quick break now, but when we return, all eyes will be on the Team of the Year award. We'll see you in just a couple of minutes.
This could be a problem.
This could be a problem.
Could be a problem for Lauren James as their squad grows even stronger.
That's definitely a problem. Could be a problem.
Women beat problems every day. But sexist hate, it's not her problem. It's ours.
See you later. Welcome back to the BT Sport Action Women Awards 2022. Later we'll be meeting more of our nominees and finding out which icon, and I don't use that word lightly, will be receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. But first, what a year it has been for our teams. Invest properly in women's sport and thou shalt receive. Let's take a look at three of the best. Congratulations to England's Red Roses, Team GB's curlers and the Lionesses. Now, this award has been voted for by a panel of industry experts from across the sporting spectrum, and they have been spoilt for choice. One could have argued for England's rugby league team after reaching the World Cup semi-finals, Chelsea's women for their third straight WSL title, and both England's artistic gymnastics and hockey teams who brought home gold at the Commonwealth Games. But something pretty special happened back in July. Our footballing world was changed forever as England's women made the nation stop to watch. And boy, did our Team of the Year deliver.
On behalf of the team, thank you so much for awarding us with the Action Women Team of the Year award. It's been a fantastic year. We couldn't have asked for a better summer, but more importantly, we hope that we've inspired women all over the country and, yeah, made changes for life.
The brilliant Millie Bright accepting the award on behalf of the team, and good luck to them in next summer's World Cup. I'm really happy to say I'm joined by England and Arsenal legend Rachel Yankee. Rachel, to reflect on that success and what winning the European Championships means.
God, it was mind-blowing. For me personally, it was just a lot of pride. I think we've always known that here we have talented teams, but we've just never could get across that line. There was always a part of me thinking that, you know, we're building the foundations, we're putting everything in place. I think this team had the greatest opportunity to go and win it. The fact that it was on home soil, all they had to do was go and deliver. I say that, I mean, it's difficult, yeah. But they delivered and they got everybody watching, and, you know, it was fantastic to see. And
in terms of the atmosphere at Wembley, I think the joy around the nation, the excitement, there was a purity to it. There was something just so lovely about this team, as well as what they achieved, the way they communicate.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, you looked at it and you look at the players and you watch them play, and they played without fear. They looked like they were just having fun. They looked like they were friends off the pitch when they were friends on the pitch. And that's huge. And I think that goes down to, you know, the character of the team, the atmosphere that they created, and it just looked like they went out there, they had fun, and they went and won it.
And credit to the tactical nous and the character of the coach, Sarina Wiegman. How highly do you rate her and what she managed to bring out of them?
Oh, huge. I mean, I think that was, you know, definitely, you know, a bonus for the team, because I think, like I said before, we've always had talented teams, but I feel like when we used to play against America, what used to take them across the line was their confidence, their belief. This team had that confidence and belief, and I think that comes down to Sarina. The fact that she, in the Netherlands, a home Euros for them, and went and won it, and then comes over here and does it here, it's like, wow, you must be special. But, you know, hearing the girls speak about her, I think what stood with me is that they all spoke about, they understood the goal, they understood their place within the team, they understood their responsibility, and I think that was huge, you know, for them to know what they wanted to do and then go and deliver.
It was also interesting that in amongst that group and that amazing team was an individual who had not been selected for the Olympics only a year before, and ends up being the Golden Boot winner, Beth Mead. Yeah. What a bounce back.
It's huge. I think, you know, she had a great season for Arsenal. And she took that form. It's hard when you get, you know, you miss out on a tournament, especially something like an Olympics. You know, it's hard. So the resilience, the mind power to believe in yourself that you can go out there and you can perform, and yeah, she performed.
And I want to mention one other individual, because how good is Jill Scott in the jungle right now? We love Jill, and you know her really well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's just smashing it. She's so great.
When I heard that Jill was going to the jungle, I was like, this is fantastic. She's got to win it. I mean, when Jill came into the England squad, for me, it was like a breath of fresh air, because Jill you see in the jungle is Jill in camp and around football. She can't be any different. That's just who she is.
She's properly funny. She's really generous. She's a real team player, and that goes a long way. And actually, it's not even... It matters that she's on a prime-time entertainment show on ITV. continuing to sell actually the spirit of team sport.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you could see with her in that first challenge that they had, she's willing everyone on and making sure that everybody's okay. And like I say, that's Jill, and that's what we want. People to see the backstories of these players that haven't been shown. I was so happy for Jill, for Ellen White, that they went and that they won this tournament, because they've been there through the times where there wasn't a lot of money and a lot of interest.
No. I've asked Ellen White to the Rugby League World Cup final. She's coming on Saturday at Old Trafford, just so you know. Thank you, Rachel. Congratulations once again to the Lionesses. We mentioned Beth Mead there, and here is a look at why we picked her out as the individual from that team to be nominated for Action Woman of the Year. Fantastic human being as well. And from one exceptional team member to another, our next Action Woman nominee is Scotland and Team GB's curling skip. It's Eve Muirhead. She's here with us tonight. Please welcome to the stage curling world and Olympic champion Eve Muirhead. Have a seat, have a seat. Oh, what a year. Brilliant year for you. Is it all a blur, or can you actually, give us your highlights?
Yeah, it's been an incredible year, thank you. From starting winning the Europeans and then going on to the Winter Olympic Games and then finishing it off with the World Championships. It's something that I never really dreamt of happening, but here we are. Being able to sit with all 3 gold medals is pretty cool, really.
And I guess also, therefore, you do look at it and go, right, how am I going to top this? Yeah. And you made the decision, well, actually, this is the top of the mountain, and I'm happy to say that'll be that now. Yeah,
I decided I was going to retire, and for myself, I think it was the right time to finish at the top was something that I always wanted to do. I can't top it. And it was a challenging year, and it did take a lot from me. So I decided that this is the time to hang up the shoes.
It's amazing when you look back at that Winter Olympics and you just see the gold medal match. You think, oh, well, that was easy. Yeah. The gold medal match was the easiest bit of it. Getting to that point was not.
Yeah, so the World Championships last year, we had to qualify Team GB, and unfortunately, they didn't go very well. And I came back from that, and the team and myself had a bit of a challenging time. And I do believe that kind of challenging time probably allowed us to come together a little bit stronger. I learned a ton from getting myself back to just competing, let alone coming away with a gold medal. So there was a lot of ups and downs, but you know what? All those challenges are always worth it when you are standing on that podium. But of course, it's not without my team. Like, my team have been fantastic. We support each other every single day, still speak to them all the time, and we're just such a great unit out there.
That is the key, knowing and understanding each other, because my word, you play a lot of days in a row. You spend you're the longest running of pretty much any sport I can think of.
Yeah,
summer or winter games.
Absolutely. I think we basically kick off on day 2, and we had the final the same day as the closing ceremony. So we run for the full time, and believe you me, by the end you are exhausted, not just physically, mentally as well.
Your sort of Olympic experience, not dissimilar to Catherine Granger's, in that it took you one fewer, actually, so your 4th Olympics this was, to win a gold medal, having not done so before and come close and had big build-ups. How much more did it mean to you, knowing how hard it is?
Yeah, I think that the previous Olympic Games to Beijing, I probably learnt a lot. Of course, it was hard times when you're going there as favourites in Sochi, let's say, when we were favourites to win that gold medal. We came away with the bronze. Pyeongchang, I had a shot to win a medal and I missed. But that's what comes with the pressures of being a skip. And went for the 4th time in Beijing. And we probably had a little bit less pressure on our backs because we didn't qualify till late. It was a kind of last minute team that we were put together. But we gelled so well. And to finish my career with the Olympic gold medal was honestly, it's just been a complete whirlwind, but also the best year of my life by a long way.
And what next for Eve Muirhead? You're only, 31? Two.
Yeah, I guess I'm not getting any younger, but but the thing, like I retired, not to sit at home and do nothing. Like I like to keep busy, and just now I'm going into a little bit of commentating. I'm working with a few brands, and really just finding my feet just now. And to be honest, enjoying myself. I feel like I can do a lot more under my own kind of circumstances, and just enjoying life that's out there that, to be honest, I've hardly really explored since I've just been full-time curling.
How's the golf handicap?
It's still the same, but next summer it's 3 just now. But I did plan on playing a lot of golf this summer, but that kind of got turned upside down after the games.
You commentated very well on it.
Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was great at the Open in St Andrews. But next summer, for sure, I want to try and play a little bit more. But I'm very lucky I get invited to a lot of very nice courses. I'll try and get a little better over the next few years.
Oh, you're pretty good already. I suspect you will get even better. What a year. Good luck with everything that is still to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Eve Muirhead. It's time for a break, but when we return, things may get emotional as we reveal our Lifetime Achievement winner. And we will meet our last 3 nominees for Action Woman of the Year.
This could be a problem.
This could be a problem.
Could be a problem for Lauren James as their squad grows even stronger.
That's definitely a problem. Be a problem.
Women beat problems every day. But sexist hate, that's not her problem. It's ours.
See you later. Welcome back to the BT Sport Action Women Awards. So far this evening, we've seen the Lionesses crowned Team of the Year, and later we'll be meeting our 3 remaining Action Women nominees. But before that, it's time to reveal the winner of Lifetime Achievement. Now, this award is reserved only for those who have made the greatest impact on sport. A career of excellence, dedication and longevity. Previous winners include Baroness Tanni Gray-Thompson, swimming super coach Mel Marshall and the magnificent Judy Murray. Now, this year's winner didn't just excel on the court. She went on to spend the next 3 decades becoming the most loved broadcaster in British sporting history.
Hi, I'm Billie Jean King, and I want to congratulate my dear friend Sue Barker on receiving the BT Sport Action Woman Lifetime Achievement Award. Sue, you are the best of the best, a true champion, and you are the GOAT.
And baby, I am not afraid, not afraid. I do it from the start again. I swear I'll never try to push it out to happen. Baby, walk away, I don't want it, you don't have it. And I'm just living for the show now. Leave this dirty city and I'm getting...
Your contributions to broadcasting, tennis, and all sports is world class. We love you, and I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Your Lifetime Achievement Award winner for 2022, Sue Barker, CBE. Sit down, you can talk.
You didn't mention this.
No.
You just said come up and have a chat.
I said, exactly, I got you here under false pretenses slightly, so I'm sorry about that. I'm so glad they included the French and Saunders bit. And actually, I was also thinking, we've got to talk about something funny, otherwise we both start crying. I was also thinking about the hack of the dog sketch. Yeah. And actually, the key to it, I think, is not just knowing your stuff and being brilliant, but being able to do it with a smile, with a laugh, having fun.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's what it's all about. I mean, you know Wimbledon well, and you know it's long hours, but we have such fun along the way, and all of those wonderful players and the wonderful Billie Jean King, and you know I've just been so incredibly lucky, and I'm going to get emotional, but 2 amazing careers. You know, tennis that I absolutely loved, fell in love with as a 7-year-old, and never thought it would be a career until Billie Jean, who we both love, won the Battle of the Sexes, and then suddenly my hobby became a career, and I was able to travel the world thanks to her and everything she did, and that gave me a foothold into broadcasting, which wasn't easy in the 90s. There were no women broadcasting, and certainly no former athletes broadcasting.
No, that's true, none.
Helen Rollison had a Friday afternoon show, but she didn't want to go into mainstream, so it was a tricky time. I wasn't that... welcomed initially, but eventually it was absolutely wonderful, and that's why to come here tonight and be in this room with so many influential and inspirational women, it just really warms my heart. You guys are great too, trust me, all the guys here, but honestly, you women. And I just want to say, you know, leaving Wimbledon is incredibly, I've loved it all my life. I know I'm leaving it in the safest hands. It's absolutely wonderful to leave with Clare, but also Clare, this year at Wimbledon, myself, you and Isha Guha, to have 3 women presenting Wimbledon for the first time ever, to have 3 women doing that was
I was really moved by the reception you got on centre court on that middle Sunday.
so was I. I couldn't... Well, John McEnroe didn't even turn up for the rehearsals, so I don't know why he took over. I had a whole closing link planned and everything was all sorted. And then he just took over, but it was the most... I think that was the most emotional thing that ever happened in my career.
Yeah.
And it's something that I will absolutely treasure forever, because you don't really realise it. And I remember all the champions were there, and I was really crying, because the more they cheered, the more I cried. And then I looked over at Roger, because, let's face it, why wouldn't you? And I looked over at Roger Federer, and I remember every time I've interviewed, and I always ask him, what is the best moment of your career? He said, winning my first Wimbledon, it's what I dreamed of. And he said, but you made me cry. And all I have is I'm blubbing, and that's all my memory. And I looked at him, I thought, I'm not going to do a Roger. I can't walk away from Wimbledon like this, blubbing. But you made me cry on the last day with your lovely words.
Oh, but no, you couldn't really hear them, because there was so much noise in between. But it was... I was going to ask you, now that you don't have to be neutral, who's been your favourite player? But you may have answered that.
Oh, do you think? Yes, and he even smells nice as well. So
always a bonus. Sue's got a wonderful book out at the moment. You've been on a bit of a book tour. What are people asking you? What's the sort of most common question?
A bit, just like you just asked me, favourite player. Also, my favourite mixed doubles partner.
Well, what's your answer to that?
Well, it was Bjorn Borg,
Oh.
and I actually did it. I mean, I played mixed doubles with Bjorn Borg once. He never asked me again. We won the tournament, but he never asked me again. But that was something special. But my favourite moment was Andy winning in 2013. We all remember it. It was just having lost in 2012 and him being so emotional on centre court the year before when he lost to Roger, to come back a year later and beat Novak. And I got in trouble with Wimbledon, because Wimbledon always say you've got to have your script. It's got to be all very perfect. The gentleman's singles trophy winner for 2022 is da-da-da. And I thought, no, I can't do that. So I said, we've waited 77 years for this. The Wimbledon champion is Andy Murray. And I got in awful trouble. And I wasn't able to do that again. But...
Sometimes it is worth getting in trouble to do the right thing. She has done that over a magnificent career. It is a real pleasure to have you here tonight. Thank you so much. Our Lifetime Achievement winner. And it won't be the same without her on the BBC. Sue Barker, everyone! Right, let's turn our attention back to the Action Woman of the Year award. The Paralympic champion, the world champion and the Commonwealth champion. No, that is not three different people. It's the one and only Hannah Cockcroft. And she is here with us tonight, Hannah Cockcroft, everyone. Another terrific year, but actually a first for you, which now is hard to do. Explain why.
I'm 15 years in, so I've milked this one, to be honest, Claire, because like you said, I've not got many firsts left. So yeah, Commonwealth champion was a title that I've chased for 15 years now. It's the one that always eluded me. My event was never included, and you said at the start, more women's event than men's, and actually more para events than ever. So I got my chance to pull on that Team England kit for the first time, and yeah, finally got that last trial.
That integration of events that we see at the Commonwealth Games, it works so well. The crowd love it. Do the athletes love it?
Oh, we love it. We absolutely love it. To show our sport to a new audience, to get people excited about what we do, and ultimately to make everyone realise that if you love athletics, you love it, whether it's men's athletics, women's athletics, para-athletics, whatever it is, it's the same as any sport. You love the sport. And that's what you saw at the Commonwealth Games, crowds of 30,000 people. I haven't seen that since London 2012. So it was like going back 10 years and reliving the best moments of my life.
And that home crowd does make a difference, doesn't it?
Oh, the biggest difference.
And particularly the contrast, I guess, to Tokyo.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, obviously we had no crowds in Tokyo. None of my family or friends could be there. So then to have them all lined up and as well to have so many young people, I visit a lot of schools and I go in now and I go, so does everyone remember London 2012? And they go, Miss, I was born in 2017, and I'm like, yeah, you don't remember the best time of my life, that's fine. That's no problem at all. So that's how long I've been around. But now we've got a new legacy to build on. We've got new things that we can go in and say, you know what, that's what sport is about. It's about integration. It's about everyone getting a chance, and it's about everyone competing and performing together.
The lovely thing as well about the Birmingham Commonwealth Games was your boyfriend Nathan also won a gold medal. And I saw you the next day, I think, having lunch together. And it's really nice to be able to do that together. And do you motivate each other in training as well?
Oh, we are so competitive, honestly. It's really nice. Yeah, we train together every day. And Nathan's introduced me to a fantastic group that I train with in Kirby now. And yeah, it was Nathan's first ever title, so I was obviously thrilled to get mine, but to be in that stadium a few nights later, I was crying, I was shaking, I couldn't watch the end, just watching him sitting in a pack for it's a long 3 minutes when someone's doing a 1500. I was like, I wish this was 100 metres, just get done. And yeah, I was absolutely thrilled, so to share that together. And again, to have our families there, yeah, you sat next to Nathan's mum and dad and they asked you your life story pretty much, so apologies for that. But,
it's okay.
But yeah, it was so special.
And you'll be heading off to Dubai together? A bit of warm weather training?
Yeah, so we're spending January out in Dubai and then we'll start our season out there because we've got the World Championships early July next year, so quite an early season, not many chances to qualify, and yeah, a lot of work still to do.
And anything else planned next year or before Paris?
No, I feel like you're alluding to this.
Well, like what? Yeah, I'm looking at a thing again. That's definitely a diamond ring.
It's definitely a ring, yeah. No, you know what? I had time, Claire. I'm a very busy woman. I haven't done any wedding planning whatsoever, so if anyone wants to step in and just do that for me, that'd be great.
Have you set a date, though?
No.
Oh, OK.
No, literally been engaged nearly a year, and you know what? Commonwealth was top of my list. It was top of both our lists. Okay. We wanted to go in there and show what we could do, and I think we did exactly that.
Well, that is fair enough. You know, the wedding can wait. It'll happen at some point and it'll be lovely. Very, very best of luck for next year and obviously the Olympics in Paris. And congratulations on another fantastic year. Great achievements every step of the way. Thank you to Hannah Cockcroft.
Thank you.
Well, it wasn't just Hannah who had a great Commonwealth Games. Scotland celebrated a superstar on the track. Let's meet our next nominee, 10,000-metre gold medalist, Eilish McColgan. She's here with us tonight. Please welcome Eilish McColgan. Lovely to see you. Have a seat. Have a seat. We've got to talk about not just that race, but the noise the crowd made. And what it did to you.
It was, yeah, it's hard to put into words what it felt like in that stadium that night. I've just never heard a noise like it.
Steve Graham said he'd never heard a noise like it.
It was just insane. Honestly, every lap was getting louder and louder. And I mean, I'm running for 30 minutes, so it's not the most exciting of events. But honestly, every lap, people were just getting up and crazy, and the last 200, it was like it was vibrating through my entire body. I've just never felt, anything like it before.
I honestly think if they'd had some sort of scanner, they would have recorded a mini earthquake. I mean, everyone was stamping and shouting, and the adrenaline rush that produces took you to a new Commonwealth record as well as the gold medal. I mean, it's extraordinary.
Yeah, it was. Again, it's really difficult for me to describe. It feels like a little bit of a blur, like the whole evening. I was so nervous going into that event, knowing that it was the Commonwealth Games, obviously in the UK. My mum, my dad, my partner, Michael, it's very rare I have all of them in the stadium that night too. So for it to all come together in the way that it did,
it was, yeah, it really was incredible. And it's something that no matter what I do for the rest of my career, I don't think I'll ever have a moment like that. I mean, I've had grown men come up to me in the street and say they were crying watching my race and shouting for me on their TV, screaming from their sofas. It's been really overwhelming.
And as you say, so lovely to have the people who have helped build you right there. And I guess most crucial to that, not just because she gave birth to you, but also because she is your coach, your mum Liz, who had done the same thing 36 years earlier.
Yeah, it's very surreal. Like, I can't quite like put it together. My mum had images of like my wee granny and my granddad and her when she won her Commonwealth Games title, and then 36 years later, I've done the exact same thing, the exact same event. I had my mum and dad there as well. Like, we've got the same. It's really, really weird. But having her in the stadium, like, she was crying, she was jumping up and down, I was crying. Like, it was just a really emotional night, and so special that I could have her physically there with me in the stadium as well.
And I mean, you know, you don't ever just stop there. But actually, you'd had quite a difficult time. Weren't you very sick before the World Championships?
Yeah.
And it was a quick turnaround after that.
Yeah, I think it just gave me so much fuel. Like, I knew coming into this year I was in the best shape of my life. I had the best training. I was consistent more than ever. And then, I caught COVID. I got back from that. I thought, great, I'm going to have 3 good championships here. And then caught laryngitis, and I thought, great. It was just timing. Like, I think as an athlete, you're constantly on that fine line of being in peak form and getting sick or getting injured. And so for me, going into Commonwealth Games, I thought, I need to turn this around. I wanted to try and make sure that all of that fitness and all that work that I've put in didn't go to waste. And I just feel very grateful. I was going to say lucky. I know that I obviously worked really hard for moments like that, but I do. I feel really lucky that I had a chance, because athletes train their entire life and don't get a moment like that that's really special. So, I feel very grateful. I feel very lucky that it came together that evening.
Well, I'm just very glad we get to celebrate that moment and the year that you've had with you. Thank you. Eilish McColgan.
Very much.
Thank you. Well, we still have to meet our youngest nominee, and after the break, we will find out who will be crowned Action Woman of the Year. See you in a minute.
This could be a problem.
This could be a problem.
Could be a problem for Lauren James as their squad grows even stronger.
That's definitely a problem. Be a problem.
Women beat problems every day. But sexist hate, that's not her problem. It's ours.
See you later.
Welcome back to the BT Sport Action Women Awards. It has been quite the night already. The Lionesses took home the Team of the Year, and we paid tribute to our incredible Lifetime Achievement winner, Sue Barker, who genuinely had no idea she was getting that. Just one award remains, and one more nominee to meet. She may be the youngest of our contenders, but my goodness, she is mighty. It's diving sensation Andrea Spendolini-Sirieix. And she's here in the studio. Let's welcome Andrea Spendolini-Sirieix. Oh, are you enjoying tonight?
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh no, don't be. What, I mean, genuinely, what does it mean to be nominated in such an eclectic mix of sportswomen?
I honestly didn't know that many people cared about what I did and the achievements that I did this year. It was very difficult, especially in January. And, you know, this year has been amazing. And to see so many amazing athletes, and they're so inspiring. And I watched all of you guys. But it's honestly, it's incredible.
I'm just going to run through what Andrea's done this year, OK? 2 Commonwealth gold medals, a Commonwealth silver, a World Championship bronze and European Championship gold and a bronze. I mean, that's a good year. That was a very, very good year. Some of them on your own, and actually the Commonwealth Games gold medal, you were the first English winner of that since 1966. Quite a lot of things happening this year that hadn't happened since 1966. Did you know it had been that long?
No, I think I was told like 2 months after that happened. And I don't know what to say. I mean, diving is such a unique sport. And to have been able to do that on home soil, it was the first time that I had a crowd. I didn't have my parents there in Tokyo, and to have them there at the Commonwealth Games, it was a beautiful moment.
Has your dad actually got used to the fact yet that he's the second most famous person in the family?
I'll leave the fame to Fred.
But listen, you're earning it out there. And what's it like to be part of that diving family? Because you do spend a lot of time on the road.
Yeah, we spend 6 out of 7 days together. We train together. We eat, sleep, everything. It's so beautiful that sports bring everyone together, and there's a sense of unity wherever you go. And you can see that with the crowds at the Commonwealth Games, any competition that you go, the crowd, they don't know you personally, but they're supporting you, they're cheering you on. And it warms my heart thinking about it. And I'm so lucky, I'm so blessed to be able to train with them. And again, they push me to be the best person that I can be. And it just makes me smile thinking about them.
I was talking right at the beginning of the programme about the evolution in women's sport. Now, I'm sitting here on the sofa with someone who actually understands more about this than I do. Because just to explain what you've been doing, you're studying for your A-levels at the moment.
Yes.
What were you doing over the course of this academic and last year?
So I've been obviously studying English, Spanish and history. And then I did an EPQ, which was about do aesthetic sports negatively damage sportswomen's relationship with food and body image. I conducted my own research and it was super interesting and super insightful, especially because I compete and I train in an aesthetic sport, and I wanted to know more about what was going on, all of the beauty standards, all of this. But I think sports, and this year especially, have shown that women are strong. And nothing can stop you from doing what you want to do. No, your age doesn't stop you, your gender doesn't stop you, sexuality doesn't stop you. And what's so great about all of the women in this room, all of the athletes in this room, is we don't let what society say, it doesn't limit us, and it won't limit us in the future.
What a message. And beautifully delivered. Andrea Spendolini-Sirieix, everyone. It is almost time to find out who will be crowned Action Woman of the Year. Before we do, let's remind ourselves of the sensational women who have been nominated for this award in 2022. Women's Euros Player of the Tournament, Beth Mead. Knockout star Molly Meatball McCann. 12 times world champion Hannah Cockcroft. Diving sensation Andrea Spendolini-Sirieix. Record breaker Eilish McColgan. Or curling Winter Olympic champion Eve Muirhead. What a list. What a range of sports. What a range of sportswomen. I hold in my hand the result of the vote. 6 unbelievably talented nominees, 5 different sports, so much achieved. Any one of you would be a worthy winner. But the 2022 Action Woman of the Year is Eilish McColgan! You seem very shocked.
I am shocked.
What would you like to say to the people that have helped get you to this point, to those who voted for you as well?
This is insane, absolutely insane. It's been a long time in my career. I'm certainly not getting any younger. I am 32 in maybe 2 weeks' time. So yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible year for me. So I just feel very, very lucky to have my mum, my dad, the support of my partner, Michael. And yeah, without my mum, I certainly wouldn't be here. So yeah, this is definitely a huge portion of this goes to her as well. But yeah, thank you for everyone for voting me. It's been, yeah, the icing on a very, very perfect cake this year.
As well as everything you've achieved in sport, I know you and Michael are running a programme in Scotland. Mm-hmm. Tell us a bit about what that is about and what you want to do.
Yeah, it's supporting young women from the ages of 16 to 21, because it's an area I know that is difficult and a lot of young girls leave the sport, whether it's just like we heard there through body image, trolling, bullying, there's so much that goes on. And I think it's so important for us as female sports people to show that we can stand up against that. So it's an area that I really think is important. It's hard going through puberty and education and what's next. So yeah, if we can lend a little bit of helping hand with that age group through mentoring, a little bit of financial grant, clothes, shoes, just everything that a young athlete would need to make it to that next level. So I'm really excited by the project, and yeah, hopefully they'll see this and they'll be inspired to see what they can do in 10, 15 years' time.
They most definitely will. That is why, not only for what you've achieved, but for what you continue to do, Eilish, you're such a deserving winner. This, Eilish McColgan, is a wonderful, wonderful Action Woman of the Year. Congratulations. What a night. Thank you so much to everyone who's been watching, whether it be on YouTube or via Facebook or on BT Sport. Congratulations to our award winners as well. Thank you so much. Good night.